Okay, hi everybody, it's me, Balkan922. Shout out to one of the other subscribers I've had for a very long time, and his name is, just going back to just show you guys, before I do this review of Kaiju number 8, Stabby McStabstab. Yeah, good subscriber. He always got good comments. He was saying how he doesn't like he doesn't like Shinomiya either. Kokori, yeah. I personally, listen, I don't like her either. I find her to be very, yeah. She's Asuka 2.0. That is what she is. I'm not sugarcoating that. She is Asuka 2.0. The cockiness, the rude attitude, her twin tails. I mean, come on. Really. And I kind of agree with Stabs. That backstory, oh, you have daddy issues? Well, that's lovely. But let's start off proper. This is episode 5, Joining Up. Now, it's kind of like a fake out, because we thought that, okay, Kafka lost. He failed. Because everybody's there, and he's like this, looking at his acceptance letter. And we're holding our breath to think that, okay, he didn't join. Actually, he did. Now, there's one thing about Kaiju number 8 that I have to bring up. It has a lot of, AOT overtones. Of course, I'm talking about Attack on Titan. Now, it's not severe, but, the vice captain is like Levi in a way, but not really. And then you got Kafka's childhood friend, Aaron, and, you see where I'm going with this. But it's not that overtoned. It's not like to the point where it's like too familiar and too similar and too everything. It's feasible, but nothing too severe. Nothing that I'm going to roll my eyes out and say, okay, this is freaking stupid. I'm not going to say that. But basically, it's a fake out, as I said. Kafka did pass. He shows up like, oh, sorry, I'm late. And what was funny, he blurted out to, Mina, the one he's trying to get her attention. That's her name, Mina? Right, yeah, Mina. And he kind of blurted it out. He was like, oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. And then she tells him to do 100 push-ups. I was like, okay. Now, everybody at first thought he wasn't joining, and then Shinomiya is like, fuck off, this bitch. And she was upset that he wasn't, but he joined. Now, he's a cadet. And he's joining the vice captain's squad. So that's basically the stipulation there. Now, most of this episode is their training montages, them working out, them training to fight kaijus, that whole thing. Now, we do get this thing with Shinomiya. And listen, listen, girl, you are Asuka, and you kind of, you're not making your case for a decent character in this show. She's like, huh? That's what happened to you? Huh? And she says, I'm gonna kill you if you hurt other humans. Oh, you mean like how you stood like a dumb when you couldn't defeat the kaiju? When that other kaiju showed up, resurrected it, and started stomping on your shit? Like, really? and I want to rain on this character, but you almost got yourself killed. And guess what? She doesn't even acknowledge the fact. You know, I'll kill you. No, you won't. No. No. Sorry. Not with a fortitude of 9.8. No, you would never be able. And that's the truth. I don't care what anyone says. Because confidentially, the guy who showed up in last episode, I don't want to really spoil it here, but he's one of the Kaiju numbers. And if she couldn't handle that guy, she can't handle Kafka when he's transformed. So, seriously. And she says that to him when they're in the restaurant, and he says, yeah. Now, majority of the episode is one banter with Shinomiya, and Kafka's like on top of her, chasing her, and doing this little bit. Like, okay, moving on. But most of it's just a montage. Them training, them fighting, them, getting ready to be part of the Defense Force. Now, there's a scene in the bathtub, which is ridiculous, because everyone realizes that Kafka is childhood friends with me, and they're like, they're going crazy, and asking him questions, and then they get flustered or from the hot tub, and they're all laying on their backs, and that happened. Then we have an interesting meeting between the vice captain, that's his name, Hoshina, and Kafka, and he kind of like saying how he wants to be by Mina's side and all that stuff. He says, "Oh, you're coming after my job now," and then that's when all of a sudden alarm hits. That's time for the first mission, and that's where the episode ends, when its alarm hits and it's their first mission time. So that was pretty much the episode. Overall, I thought it was interesting. It gets a 9 out of 10, even though listen, this character. Listen, I have a problem. There are certain characters, female characters in anime, where you can just say, all right, it's not that bad. There's like a level of annoyance, and you could say her personality is tsundere. That's what it is. But the problem is there are levels of it. Some levels are okay, not too bad. Like you have your Rins and other characters like that. They're tsundere, but they're in a way where it's tolerable and it's cute and it's funny towards the main MC. But then you have when it's annoying, self-hatred inducing garbage where they just keep continuously being mean-spirited, stupid, making fun of people, and being cocky as all hell. That's the level, in my opinion, that is like, okay, anime, no offense, but we don't need another Oscar. And that's the problem, really, I find with Kaiju number 8 with this character. Now, later on, something does happen to her, which I'm not going to spoil here. I kind of got slightly spoiled from the manga through a YouTube video, but I'm not going to say what happens. But it's just this cockiness that she has. Come on. Even though you almost got completely owned and died, you still act this way? Take it up at back. Please. Can you? You're not going to? Well, one of these days, you're going to do something stupid, and boom, you're fucking dead. Sorry. My foul language. Just saying. But overall, still a good episode. 9 out of 10, basically a training montage. And now, next episode, we're going to get their first mission. Now, I don't know how long. I say this with quotation marks, Kafka's going to keep the secret a secret. Now, they also was stating with Shinomiya and Kafka that because he's a number, Kaiju, most likely what will happen is if they don't kill him. You see, here's the thing. I find it stupid. Okay, so you're going to kill him on a mistake. A kaiju went inside of his mouth and turned him into a kaiju. Come on. But then she then said that he would be experimented on. And probably turned into a weapon, which is not fun. That's sick. So, but literally, logistically, that's pretty much the story in that regard. But we'll see what happens next week. So we're going to have our first mission. First look of their first kaiju that they're going to have to fight and kill. And we'll see how that goes. But like I said, 9 out of 10 for this one. This is Vodka 922. I apologize for the hatred of this character. But like, excuse me. When the annoyance of a tsundere character in this regard goes that high on the annoyance level, no. Absolutely not. I'm not saying I wish for her to die, but every time she's on screen and she's talking, I'm like, get off. Just go over there. You and your pigtails. I'll see you guys later.